There are places where you could save $500 billion to $1 trillion, but I think it's going to be an almost impossible conversation, and it'll happen by accident. So then the only forced conversation that I think we are going to have as a society is around taxation. And that's really bad for, a lot of people that don't believe that's the path to generating growth.
One of the challenges is that there are well-researched economic studies that show that when a government tries to increase the taxation level north of 20% of GDP of that economy, that you actually see GDP growth go negative. There's a certain natural equilibrium on which you can tax the system. Beyond that level, investment dollars go down and growth begins to shrink. And that's what triggers the spiraling problem, because then the government spending needs to go up to continue to grow and support growth in the economy. And it creates this inevitable spiraling.
There's a Fred chart showing percent of GDP that's federal tax receipts and then percent of GDP that's spending. And then the gap is your deficit. And Freeberg's right that I think in the absolute best economy, or best years of the best economy, so it's like, the best year of the Reagan boom and the best year of the Clinton boom when we had the government surplus, I think the government was extracting just shy of 20% of GDP. And in the 70s, when marginal tax rates were at 70%, so before the Reagan tax cuts, we were actually extracting a lower percentage of GDP. So there's only so much blood you can get from a stone. If you raise tax rates on a marginal basis high enough, the economy performs worse and you actually end up collecting less, or people spend a lot more money on lawyers and accountants to basically figure out more structuring schemes to avoid paying taxes.